The math isn't adding up. What is missing? Is there something that I don't know? What is he trying to prove here? What is this guy's end goal? Why is he pushing Bloodvine so much? What's up guys, Intentional back with yet another video, and today I need to confess. Since day one I've been preaching about Bloodvine, about how it's our best in slot, and how you must have tailoring to get that sweet bonus crit. Well, this isn't really the truth, but there is a reason as to why I say it's our best in slot, and why I will continue to claim it is. So with all that being said, let's just hop into it. Now, the whole reason why we have to look at Bloodvine and other items as our best in slot is simply because Blizzard did not make tier sets geared towards other specs. They all focus on healing. Except for the stuff from AQ, which is fairly decent, but overall not the best and seem to be heavily PvP focused. So unlike other classes, we don't even have the option to look at tier gear and see what we would want or wouldn't. The option simply isn't there. Another big issue with Moonkins in Classic is that we do not have any spell hit from our talents. We do eventually get spell hit in our talents at TBC though. Now I know there are arguments going on whether we actually want to focus on hit as a Moonkin and the priority it should have. Now frankly I'm not here to throw out arguments, but we can all agree that getting resisted sucks butt and that getting some hit is very nice. And this is where Bloodvine comes in. Being released with ZG, it can easily be crafted by tailors and you can have the full set ready to go before even hitting 60. And Bloodvine is a huge boost for us. I mean, the set in total gives us 4% hit, 2% crit, and 83 spell power, along with 35 intellect. It's just so strong and gives us 1/4 of our total hit needed to hit our cap. You simply can't pass it up. And there really isn't anything that compares to this set. Not until the later phases / raids of Classic. So with the release of AQ and eventually Nax, I think it's time to open up the truth and really talk about items that we can potentially use to replace Bloodvine. Let's take a look at Phase 5 and the items we can potentially get right now. In Encourage, the trash has a chance to drop Garb of Royal Ascension. Now it's usually going to find its way to your tanking Warlock for twins, and really isn't even thought of for other classes. But comparing it to Bloodvine Chest, we do lose intellect but gain 3 spell power. So let's put that to the side for now and check out another item from AQ40 coming from the Twin Imps. The Boots of Epiphany, coming in with a whopping 34 spell power and 19 intellect. These boots are the best caster boots you can get in game, not counting tier sets of course. They have 15 more spell power than Bloodvine boots, but no hit. Once again, let's put them to the side and look at the last item from Phase 5, and this time it's coming from Osirion in AQ20. Leggings of the Black Blizzard, having 41 spell power and 1% crit. These legs are pretty solid, and comparing them to Bloodvine, we do gain 4 spell power and 1% crit, but we do lose 1% hit as well. Okay, so let's compare the two sets together. Now Bloodvine in total gives us 83 spell power, 4% hit, and 2% crit with tailoring, and 35 intellect as well. Looking at the gear we can get from Phase 5, it comes out with a total of 105 spell power, 2% hit, 1% crit, and 35 intellect. So it's pretty much a 22 spell power upgrade at the loss of 1% crit and 2% hit. In my opinion, not worth it, especially when plugging it in with other gear. However, in Nax, we get one more item that's pretty key in all of this, and that would be Leggings of Polarity coming from Thaddeus. So if we were to simply swap it out Leggings of the Black Blizzard, then our numbers would be at 25 spell power gain with no loss in crit, but still a 2% hit loss. Which all in all isn't really an upgrade. I mean, 2% hit for 25 spell power isn't much of a trade. However, with the 2% crit bonus covered, we can actually move pieces in and out and switch things up a bit. With Bloodvine, we had to have the full set at all times for that 2% crit bonus. And if we wanted to, say, switch it out, for example, our chest piece, then we would have to consider that crit loss into that change. So let's say that you wanted to go full spell power, and you use the chest coming from Nax instead of the royal chest piece. Well, that would give you 131 spell power, 52 intellect, and 2% crit, but at the loss of 4% hit. Another example would be, let's say you want to stack crit instead of spell power. Well, then you could use Robe of Volatile Power, which would give you a total of 101 spell power, 4% crit, and 48 intellect, but once again at a 4% hit loss. And we aren't even getting into other items as well. This was just strictly talking about chests, legs, and boots. So bringing a full set into this and really comparing a variety of items makes these sets even stronger and with the potential of losing less hit. The point is, you'll be more flexible. Need more hit for a boss? Then wear hit. Want more crit on a boss? Well, then wear more crit. Overall, just like Spellpower, and want to increase that? Then stack up that Spellpower. You won't be stuck with the Bloodvine stats anymore, and you can really change up whatever you want. Another bonus to not having Bloodvine is not being tied down to tailoring. If you're like me, you probably have tailoring and engineering to help boost your damage as much as possible. And although these two professions are super nice to have, they aren't the best at making gold. So being able to drop tailoring and pick up herbalism / mining, for example, would be a huge increase in your gold. And I know there's talk of wanting to stay tailoring for TBC, but let's be real. It's so far away and you could easily re-level it if you really want tailoring for that X-Pack. The only reason you would want to keep tailoring is if you have rare recipes like the Bombless Bag, for example. Regardless, the ability to farm gold with these two professions would be a huge boost and could potentially be better than tailoring stat-wise anyways. I know that I personally can't afford a flask every single week and have only used them a handful of times. So say you pick up mining and do some Dire Maul East runs and start getting arcane crystals. Well, you could easily start to afford a flask a week, and that right there is 150 spell power that you didn't have before. Or you can simply go herbalism and farm your potions and not have to worry about buying them. The point is, having that profession slot open can open up a lot more potential than just having tailoring. So why do I say Bloodvine is best in slot then if I brought up all these reasons and items that you could use instead of it? Simple answer is that all around stat wise, it kind of is best in slot. I mean, it's a jack of all trades set, and although you can push more spell power or crit with other gear, it's all at a loss of either hit or crit. And honestly, Bloodvine is just a super solid set. Another reason as to why I say Bloodvine is best in slot is that it can be attained before even hitting 60. You don't even have to step foot in an instance to be able to get the set. You could easily just save up gold and buy it from the auction house. And comparing it to the rest of the gear that I have laid out today, it all comes from in-game raids, and frankly, the number of Moonkins who are going to get some of these items that I listed is just super low. Either due to the items not dropping as much for certain people, maybe costing a bit too much DKP, or maybe the items are being prioritized to other casters before Moonkins, or even more realistically, to be honest with you, burnout. I've been raiding Vanilla personally for quite a while, and after going through the journey and finishing next, it's kind of the end for a lot of people. Sure, there might be a better piece or two in next still, but after raiding for so long week after week, you can just easily burn yourself out. So for a lot of people, when they kill Kel'Thuzad, it's that final check that they have to be able to say, look, I've been raiding practically a year now, I finally killed all bosses, I can take a break from this game. It's almost like beating the game, and honestly, it's more than okay. I'd actually recommend to take a break before Burning Crusade comes out. I mean, there's no point in burning out halfway through the expansion because you kept raiding next for weeks on end. Yeah, there is a little wiggle room and ways to change it up, but for the reasons I listed, I'm going to keep saying Bloodvine is best in slot. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and if you did, hit that like button, it really does help me as a content creator. And if you want to see more from me, then hit that sub button. If you want to catch me live, my raid days are Sunday, Monday at 5 PM Pacific Central Time to 10 PM, and you can catch me streaming occasionally throughout the week during those times as well. Hope you guys have a good one, and peace.